Hello, ladies and germs, it's Joker here, and before I start this episode, I just want to say a massive thank you to all my new subscribers, everyone that's watched my redstone tutorial videos, all your good feedback. Don't forget, if you guys want a certain farm, let me know in the comments and I will try and build it. And for all of you that have helped me along the way, sharing the videos, liking them, even just saying thank you, it works, or that's brilliant. You have done so much. We're not only at 100 subscribers, we are also past the 10,000 mark of views, which hopefully very shortly I should get an email after YouTube saying that they'll monetize my content. I do hope so anyway, but they are having some difficulties at the moment. Anyway, enough of me rambling, on with today's episode. Hello, ladies and germs. This is my 100 subscribers special, and I thought I'd take you on a tour of my old world on the Xbox One edition of Minecraft. But as you can see, all of that's in the background didn't just appear overnight. So let's take a long trip back in time to see where this seed started. So guys and girls, here we are. And I started this seed about a year ago, 2 years ago, something like that. And I'll show you where we first started this adventure. Our spawn point, unfortunately, and you don't get to pick your spawn points, was just there in the water. Such a shame. Which means that I couldn't really make like a platform or anything to spawn on. But anyway, I used my brains and compensated for it. This is our first two islands. They look very different. All these trees, all this dirt. Like the original island is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks higher than my island now. And this looks very different. Let me just do a switch back to show you. So here we are, guys. The very first island that I did anything with. As you can see, I literally just used it for mainly just storage and just to have everything here, lit it up so nothing could spawn, forgetting that things could spawn on top of there. I had a very few close calls. Anyway, here's that island I showed you earlier. As you can see, it looks very different. These is where I was just farming trees. Oh, look, a pumpkin patch. Oh, my villager breeder. Oh, wow, I forgot about that. Let's just have a quick check on that. Oh, wow. This was a design by Skippy6 Gaming, I think. But unfortunately, it's very broken. Because the farmers don't replant. Not too sure why, but they used to drop down that shaft there. And I do believe there's a nitwit down there at the minute. Well, it was the last time I was here. Anyway, I will go through and I'll show you one of the first things that I ever built in this world was my skeleton farm. And I thought it was quite fitting actually to have a massive skull staring at you as you walked in. plan for this was to build dirt up out the back, so it looked like the skull had been placed on top of the dirt, not so much of it was placed on dirt. It's been there years and corroded over. Took me a long time to do. I also tried it in creative. So let's take a trip down here. Now remember, this would have all been dark and gloomy, and then you get the... Oops. This is when I used to AFK here. I used to put these here to make sure that no mobs could come down. But as you can see, I've made it look like it's an old, decrepit cave, basically, like it's been here years and years. I was going to put some water above these to make it look like it's dripping. Ooh, chest. And there, here we are. So the skeleton spawner itself is right there. Oh, we got skeletons. Awesome. We can actually see if this still works, which will be a surprise. So yeah, as you can see, the skeletons are going to go up a water stream here, into this stream here, and then because in this version of Minecraft we have mob cramming or entity cramming, you can't have more than 25 entities in a 1x1 block, in a 1x1 space. So I extended this area so that when the skeletons come, they'll actually push themselves further down the line. So let me show you the killing mechanism. This is actually a fairly old system to use. This is I've got a NOR gate here and two separate lines coming off it, but I'll explain that in a minute. This one is the timing circuit, and this one here is for the pistons. So when that button gets pressed, that torch there gets turned on, which activates the pistons. But at the same time, because this NOR gate switched states, it will then set off the timer. This timer is about 22 seconds. I'm not sure. I think it's 22 seconds. I'm not 100% sure. But what that will do is send a signal to this repeater, which then turns this torch back off, which then retracts the blocks. Well, that's not the only interesting thing about this. Once these have died, I'll show you. Yeah, you do get every now and again one will die, but they're pretty much a one-hit kill. So you can hear a bit of ticking in the background. That ticking is a very complicated item sorter. So here you've got a item elevator that no longer works in Bedrock Edition. Devs, fix it. Which this will send all the items, bones, bows, everything, into this hopper line here. Now, just here, this is a non-stackable item sorter. So anything that can't stack, like bows, armor and stuff, gets put into this chest. And then what I would have done... Oh god, it's actually switched on. The system switched on. Oh, whoops. Oh, well, it's broken anyway. So, yeah. This will then... Can I get back through that door? Please? Thank you. So, this switch here is for letting the system through. So, when I've taken all the bows out and it's only armor left, I'll pull this lever, which will then send the items up another item elevator to that item stream there. Now all the bones and arrows have already been pre-sorted into these chests here, as you can see. And you're probably wondering what happens to the armor then. The armor goes up into the smelter. If I come down here, that's just to fire that. Aha, here it is. So here is another non-stackable item filter that filters the stuff out so it doesn't get sent into any of the chests down there, and it will be put into this minecart. Now, there is a second line here going into this minecart here, which is for your fuel. So it does get a little bit complicated down here, to be honest. And here's all the redstone wiring for the item sorter. It's a bit bigger than most item sorters, but this works so that if the system overflows, it's not going to back itself up. It will just send it to the next available slot. And then there is hoppers. And go on, let me get back out of here. Oh god, I can't get out. So all of that then gets smelted into these furnaces. Now you do have to be quite careful because it has a tendency to do this and put bows in there, and then the whole system's broke. But it did work for a time. 64 gold, 13 iron nuggets. It did work for a little bit, but nothing majorly like, oh wow, I'm going to get tons and tons and tons out of this. My little enchanting room for when I was AFK. I think I've got some books here as well. Ooh, yeah, I got some nice books. And then I think this chest is just random junk. And bows, you know, for when you're dying, you need a new bow. So that, ladies and germs, was the skeleton spawner. Oh, why did it have to be night? Alright, let me just sleep very quickly here. And I will take you along this dirt path and show you. Oh god, I didn't want to do that. So I made a little bridge here just so I didn't have to keep swimming over here, because I was having problems with creepers in this area. Even that the area was lit up, I was having a lot of problems with creepers. So I built this so that I could just walk across. And like on a night, it looks amazing. It looks all dark and gloomy. I've got jack-o'-lanterns all over the place, just lighting the main path up so that you would have to work your way through here. Like you could either sprint it or you'd have to fight. If you were just walking, you're dead. Simple as. So I think this was actually my first project, to be honest. I tell a lie. I don't think it was the skeleton spawner was my first one. The dock was my very first project. And my god, did it take some time. And then, of course, we built this absolute monster of it. Well, it was a monster of the ship when I first saw it. And then I had a look on YouTube and other people's designs for ships, and I was like, man, they dwarf mine, but I'll give you a tour of the ship anyway. So, and it's not actually finished technically. So you have your wheel here. It doesn't really look like a wheel, but it's the best you can do with Minecraft. You've got your crow's nest up there, and of course you just standard boat ship thing. Your captain's quarters, a brewing station so he can make himself some beers, his little desk, and his treasure chest. I was going to build like a hidden door here, but unfortunately there's not enough room. And that is the switch to keep the piston pushed out. I did try to hide it a little bit better than that, but it didn't really work. So if we come into the bowels of the beast now, you have where the cannons were going to be. I never came up with a very good cannon design, to be honest. But it is a lot harder to come up with a cannon design than you'd think when you're building on this type of like smaller scale than what most people would. And then you've got the very bottom of the ship, where obviously all the cargo and everything would have been stored. And trapdoors make a lovely little like cargo hold thing. I think it looked alright anyway when I built it. Now, probably not so much. My next project was this fishing shop. Now, this is actually based on a Lego model that is due to come out later this year. It may even be out now. It's a fishing shop. And as you can see, like, there is a lot of different things going on in here. Like, that should be a full block there, sorry. And like, I made it so that it looks all battered and it's been here for years. And the idea was just for an AFK fish farm. Oh, I got a sheep. Huh? Since when can sheep jump over? Okay, never mind. Oh, my ender chest. Oh, look, your mum. And I don't know where it is. But then you can see how much AFKing I did when I've got 2 chests. They're just full. We have all different types of the fish, and here was just mainly the junk that you would pick up that, like, I thought maybe one day might be a bit useful to me. But when is anything really useful? Especially when, like, in Minecraft you can farm anything. So if we pop down to the next level, this was going to be like a little storage area. I never really got round to it. But here is the old AFK fish farm. No redstone involved. What you see is what you get. You used to cast your line on the item frame. That would spin, stopping you from having to keep casting. And if we come down here, here's the storage. Not that big, but as you can see, I have lots of books. But there is another AFK fish farm within this. Oh, hang on, sorry, my foot's fallen asleep. Ow, that hurts a lot. Ow, 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 ow. And then here is just a, like, lookout tower, if anything. Like, you can get to the top just here. Well, the deck anyway. Let's call it the decking. And if we come right to the top, we have our lookout area where you can actually see a fair bit, actually. So as you can tell, I decided that I was going to make it a bit like a fishing village, as best that I could, to be honest. So I thought, right, well, I've got my dock here and I've got this, but when stuff comes in, how are they supposed to get it off the ship? So I went, you know what, let's build a crane. Now, this is not the original crane that used to be here. I did modify it after some time. I don't remember who designed this crane. I'm so sorry. If I remember, I will put it in the description. But I thought the top of this part of the crane was beautiful. So I was like, yeah, I'm building that. There's no question about it. I'm building that. That's beautiful. And I used to use this to jump off and fly. I'll show you later. And it's designed to make it look like a steampunk type of era, medieval even, I'd have said, because that's the whole theme of this city. Now, the one thing that is actually dwarfing this area, and I didn't really think about when it came to scale, was my sorting system. Well, my sorting system. There's no, like, major thing going on here, no amazing redstone or anything. It's just stuff in chests. And I thought, oh, that'll look actually alright, that will, because it'll look like a warehouse. And I tried to make it look like a logging type of warehouse, where I was supposed to knock that out and that out, so it looked like that this would bring in the wood, put it here, and then you got your saw here that had cut it up. And that's not far off an actual saw design for the old medieval type of logs, to be honest, if you actually go and look on Google. But as you can see, I did this whole like Tudor type of thing where it comes out a block. I didn't really like that, to be honest. It was like more of one of my, oh, I wish I hadn't done that, too late, it's done moments. And this is basically all the entire area. Like the next plan that I had was to build a train station, but as you can see, there's not really a lot of area to do it in, as well as trying to make an entire city for this main spawn area. So after a while, I got bored of this, and I went, right, we're going to put that on the back burner for a little bit, and we're going to go and build something else. Now ignore what you saw there on the right. That's something different. As you can see here, here is my d'accord. Say it, perested. Yeah, something French. Is the farming area. As you can see, I've got all 4 types of crops over there. Pumpkin and melons there. And it was only because I was sick to death of having to do it over there. But if we go in, there is some very nice redstone going on in here. So first of all, you have my cow breeder that I've shown in a tutorial and had to edit slightly because of the new version of Minecraft. Devs, fix it. And then these were supposed to have horses in them. For some reason I have cows, a hell of a lot of cows. And I had this like ladder to get from the bottom to the top, and like I went, nah, that's not good enough. Do you know what I mean? So I built slime block elevator. The thing you gotta watch with these slime blocks though is that it tends to glitch out and get you stuck in them. So say hello to my actual farming area. It's probably a bit loud. Of course, you've got the cows here. I didn't actually ever use this, you know. Since this is open, I'll just quickly show you the redstone. 2 signals, repeater torch, repeater block, and that goes into a piston with a piece of redstone coming off. When that unpowers and repowers, it literally a 1-tick pulse. On off, so that works. Now here's the sheep farming area, and the idea is that you'd shear your colour of sheep, or shear all of the sheep that you wanted, press this button, and the pistons will then push the item forward into the hopper. Now, I had a lot of trouble with this due to the update that gave us 1.10 of Minecraft and the piston glitch that was going about where entities would get sucked into the piston arm. And so I was losing a hell of a lot of items in this. So again, this was just another project that went, it was a great idea to begin with, and now it's bust. And as you can see, I hadn't fully finished what I was doing. But if we go up here, we have our collection area for the, what's it called? Farms. Now don't worry about this. I was going to put all just hay here, so you wouldn't notice any of these, but there should be items in. Yeah, there we go. See, we have got some items in here. So it did work. And a hell of a lot of dirt. Why did I have that much dirt? I can't remember. Oh, and my little chicken coop. Like, I don't know why I did this, but I thought this was a good idea to make a little chicken coop. It doesn't actually look too bad. Like, a bit of rescaling, I think that'd be fine, to be honest. It's a shame we don't have iron bars that go horizontally and that would connect to these, because that would have looked a hell of a lot better. I used to stay on a farm with my grandparents, and at 6 o'clock in the morning you'd have to chase the chickens. That's not fun when you clean them out. And it's like, alright, time to get them back in now. And you're like, oh god, no. Cockerel was the worst. He used to jump on the wall and run along it. You could never catch him. Anyway, I'm getting slightly sidetracked here. So, if you come over here is the woodland mansion that we never actually went into, to be honest. Mainly because I was probably too scared to. And I've never actually looked in it. And I'm not going to do it today either. Right. Let's just fly our way down here. Because there is actually something else down here. Now let's see if I can find it. There's the pillar. The first time I ever come out of the end, I had the new elytra and I was like, I want to use the new elytra. And right now I'm going to put in a clip of that first go of the elytra. Quite amusing, actually. It should be there anyway. If not, then I'm sorry. It's because I've lost it over time. I couldn't actually wait any longer. I want to try out the new elytra now. And I do believe home is that way. So... So, ladies and germs, I just realised the eyes change. Angry, happy, angry, happy, angry. But anyway, down here is our end portal. And as you can see, I did put a bed down and a chest. Well, I kind of used that one. Our end portal. I think we did this about round number 20? No, it would have been 10. It was the wither. Christ, the wither. So here is our end world. Nothing really amazing. Like, I never really removed the dragon egg, and I've only been through one of these portals. And unfortunately, this is still the version where you can only go so far off the end world. You'd actually have to remove the end island, which is a hell of a lot of work, to be able to do anything. And all these, look at all the pillars. I remember I got knocked off so many times. Oh dear. Right, enough of the end because it's boring anyway, innit? Okay, I only actually have 2 projects left to show you, to be honest. And that is the iron farm and the slime farm. So everybody knows this style of slime of iron golem farm, even iron farm. And as you can see, I've had to put glowstone all the way around the edge because what was happening is, because we're so high, these were freezing. And I did that for the floor underneath as well, as you can see. Villagers, and none of them are dead. Wow. My biggest issue, to be honest, was getting them up here and not have them die on the way, because like, you would always have zombies around the area, and if you were really unlucky, you get a zombie spawn over here. Now this minecart track goes all the way over there back to the yeah, to the villager breeder. But if you come down here, now unfortunately I can't. If you go back through the episodes, you'll see what I actually did with this. I turned it into a cave. Now please don't look down. Please don't look down. I want to show you something. First, here it is. This is the collection area for the iron golems, and it worked wonderfully. It really did. And because I used to AFK here a lot, I put another AFK fish farm here with just your standard chest setup. But the reason why I have so much iron is because of this beast. My slime farm. Now don't worry too much about that. Or that I will take you in to show you what... Oh, I already have broken in at one point. So, and let me explain this for you, because you'll notice that the iron golems aren't on every level, they're on every other level. And that's due to the fact of that we add mob limits on this version of Xbox. So if they're on this side, they see this golem, and if they're on here, they see that golem. Now the golems isn't what kills them, it's the magma blocks. And as you can hear just there, is a minecart track that picks up the drops. Oh, everything's out of whack down here. And back then, I really didn't know what I was doing, to be honest. Like, as far as redstone, I'm not that bad at it, but I was just like, I want something to work. But as you can see, like, everything's really out of whack with this version. Minecarts aren't running on the right bit of the track. It might just be a visual glitch. And this took me forever to do. Like, a good 3-4 days, easily. And the idea was... that's the beacon. That's where I put my beacon. The idea is that this is where the first level of a huge base was going to be. And it was going to be massive. But unfortunately, due to the new version of Minecraft and the way they updated it and stuff, this farm here in this seed right now is broken in the new version of Minecraft. If I transfer this over, it won't work because the slime chunks are different. Anybody that needs to know about slime chunks and Bedrock Edition, you can use PE Edition Minecraft to sort the issue you're having. You can find slime blocks using the PE Edition. As you can see, all the stone brick that I went through, my ender chest. And unfortunately, it's a shame that I never actually finished this project. It was going to look, well, I thought it was going to look bloody amazing. So, ladies and germs, that is our old world from the Xbox One version of Minecraft. I do hope you've enjoyed seeing my different creations. And remember that once the Ocean update comes out for Bedrock Edition, I will be making a new world as long as all the conditions meet what I want. I really don't want to go into too much detail with it because I am currently building things in creative worlds for that Let's Play, hopefully. Anyway, ladies and germs, that is all the time for I have today. I do hope you've enjoyed this episode, and if you have, don't forget to hit that like button, and if you've really enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe. But I've been Joker, and I'll see you in a mini money moo. Ta-ta for now.